It's so...
I'm so bad at this.
I don't know, you ever wanted to do a stall? So the main thing Discovery flights are for, really, is to determine whether you actually want to continue doing flight training. How has this been for you then?
Let me intervene here and answer the question that's on everybody's mind. What's LewDix looking at? No, you weren't thinking that? Well, for continuity's sake, let's say you were. I just identified a perfect place to ride my Hovsco e-scooter.
Wow! Nice segue.
This is the place, and what a beauty. It's amazing the places you can see from the sky, and even more amazing that thanks to Hovsco, I can ride my Felicity e-scooter around it anytime I want. The scooter's foldable, so I can easily get it in and out of the car and get riding quickly. It beats walking, I'll tell you that. The one they sent me is the Felicity e-scooter, which is sturdy and big enough for me. For reference, I'm 6 foot 290 pounds, and it's got no problem getting up to speed. Speaking of speeds, there are 3 levels: low, which is walking pace; medium, which goes up to 11 miles an hour; high, which goes a rip-roaring 17. At least that's the fastest that I've been able to get it up to. When you want to stop, it's got disc brakes on the front and rear, which do a great job of cutting the throttle and stopping you quickly and safely. I've really been enjoying my time riding it, enjoying the day, but you can also ride it when the light's a little bit dimmer as well, because there's a nifty headlight on the front, which is quite bright. Anyway, if you're interested in getting yourself a Hovsco e-scooter, there's a link in the description for you. But for now, it's time to welcome ourselves back to the sky.
There we go. Alright, man. Get your feet on those pedals, my friend. And then you kind of feel it out. If you try and come to a full stop here using both brakes. Oh, I'll get out now. See ya. Have a good time. Alright, so that's how the brakes work. So to get yourself going, if you release the brakes now, you're not really going to move too much. You're going to move a little bit, but if you wanted to give yourself just a little bump of power, getting it rolling and then pulling the power back to let it kind of coast a little bit. And then we want to go to the right over here, so obviously you're going to push the right pedal in. It's so...
I've seen a million people do it.
I know, man. Everybody does it, man. Everybody does it. We're going to go all the way down there. There's this yellow line in the middle that's actually really faded. You're just going to try and follow that.
I see what you mean by it doesn't really.
Yeah. It's if you just push the bottom, it doesn't really do much. You kind of need a little bit of brake.
Executive ground, Roger, stand by.
Oh man.
2000. Temperature
on the top of the right.
2.224.
Yeah, there you go.
Approach runway 7 and
kind of using differential braking for it.
Delivery available on frequency 121.4. Caution bird and wildlife activity in the vicinity of the airport.
So what we're going to do, we're going to come to a full stop, so just even pressure on both brakes.
Oh. I'm so bad at this.
And then you're going to come to a full stop here, so both brakes. Oh. There you go.
Alright, I'm getting better at it.
Alright, yeah, you're getting better. I'll sign you off. Do me a favour, the engine run up here, give me this whole checklist if you could.
Alright, doors, windows.
Windows closed.
Seatbelts and harness.
We're on.
Light controls.
Free and correct, let's do this. That aileron goes up, yours is supposed to go down, there it is. Gonna pull all the way back, yours goes up. Mine goes down.
Trim.
Set for takeoff.
Fuel selector.
It is on both.
Mixture.
It's full rich.
Throttle.
1700.
Magnetos.
Beautiful. Ammeter, looking good, 13.7.
Carburetor.
The carburetor comes on, dropping RPM. It's going to tell me power idle.
Throttle.
Yep.
Carburetor heat off.
Yep.
Throttle to 1,000.
1,000 RPM.
Mixture.
Clean.
Light instruments.
Double checked and set. Yep, we're all good. Looking good.
Autopilot.
Autopilot.
Communication frequencies.
Alright, we got ground tower. I'm going to put the practice area frequency on standby over here.
Departure briefing.
Departure briefing. Okay, you're going to do the takeoff, man. I think on the ground I'm going to have the pedals. You're going to just worry about this. So what it's going to be is he's going to be left hand on the yoke, right hand on the throttle when we get to the runway.
Okay.
You're going to apply smooth, full power. And while you're rolling down the runway, you're going to kind of look at a couple of things. You're going to look at these instruments here. As long as these are in the green, you're looking good. That's where we say engine instruments in the green. Airspeed alive, and then looking ahead. When this thing hits about 55, you're going to be able to pull back on this thing. So you're used to the simulator, you're used to remote control planes. Same philosophy, they all fly the same. You're going to want to climb at a speed of 73. Let me ask you this, if you pull back on the yoke while we're flying, what's going to happen to airspeed?
Gonna slow down.
There you go. So, okay. Push and pull as necessary to get it to 73, and then we'll just climb out. Go on, have some fun.
I can imagine this is brutal in the summer.
Like, you can grow exotic plants in this.
Well, that's what I do.
Like, oh, you do? No way?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I own a greenhouse, we can grow indoor.
Oh, there you go, we're in one.
Yeah.
We're in one. Yeah. 3 hours later.
And it just cuts to us landing.
Rolling down the runway on the ground and getting the first taxiway off. We didn't even make it off the ground, man.
Aborted takeoff.
30 left now, left on course 18.
That's funny.
For 4 mic off, runway 7 Alpha 7, cleared for takeoff, left turn on course approved.
Clear takeoff, runway 7 Alpha 7, left course, left turn on course, approved, 74 mic off. Left turn on course.
Are you going to keep the rudder?
Yeah, I'll keep the pedals, yeah, if you want to. You can shadow me on them so you can feel what I'm doing.
Okay.
But alright, brother. Right hand on the throttle. Let's do this. All the way in. Push. There you go. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, so those engine gauges looking green, right? Speed's alive.
55, right?
Looking for 55.
55.
There it is.
911 Whiskey Alpha, executive tower.
Oh, beautiful takeoff, man. And then we got to say it.
Welcome to the sky.
Yes!
And then 73.
73. So exactly what you got now. This is what you're looking for all the way up.
Transition approved,
Man, you almost can't see out.
Yeah, you can't see over the nose. So it's kind of a lot of using peripheral vision, looking at the horizon out of your peripherals.
77 golf contact.
But you're doing perfectly, man. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, brother, you're going to turn me around to 330. This heading right here, so as you turn, you're going to see this this move at the top. This is going to come to the top.
Going to be number 2.
We'll make a left turn. Yeah, you can do it now. So if you move over that way, looking good.
Roger, and who's going to be number 3 at Alpha 7?
Beautiful speed control, my friend. The remote control stuff actually does help, apparently. Look at that. I like how you're not over pulling or pushing, like you're just nice and easy with it. That's the way it is. That's anything you do in aviation, that's it.
4 mic off, VFR outside the Bravo Freeze, change proof, have a good day.
Outside the Bravo Freeze, change proof, see you soon. 4 mic off. Let's go to 1,300 feet. I'll give you a climb checklist while we're doing it. Flaps are retracted, engine instruments are checked, climbing at VY. Look at you.
I'm not maintaining the heading though.
Idiot! So, to level off, you're going to hit 1,300 feet. And you're going to lower the nose to the horizon. Now it's going to take quite a lot of heavy pushing on this to keep it level, so why don't you do that now, push the nose down. As you do it, pull back on this till this hits about 2,200, so it's going to come back quite a long way. As you're doing it, keep that nose pushed, doing a nice job of that. That's beautiful.
Traffic, Turek 894 Mike Alpha.
Perfect, beautiful. Right there on the power is perfect. So look at that, you leveled off at 1,300. Now, take your hands off the controls. The nose wants to rise ever so slightly. So now you're going to use the trim, just nice little bit of nose down trim so you can relieve your control pressures. And that's as difficult as it is.
Is that too much?
Looks absolutely fine. Now obviously with a little bit of wind you're going to have to put in inputs to maintain altitude, maintain your heading. But beautiful control, brother. And you're making it look easy, man. Like for the first time doing this, that's pretty impressive. I was flying with a guy, 16-year-old, a couple of weeks ago, who was heavily into simulators, and he got flying. Like he was really good as well. So like the simulators really help. Like as an instructor, I can tell when you've been using a simulator. Like heading-wise, we've hardly budged. Altitude-wise, you're at 1,300 feet.
Well, and like you've seen this before.
Right? Yeah.
So.
Yeah. They really do help. Like, Lucas, if you're watching. I was talking about you. Alright, man, we're going to climb now to 2,000 feet. So
should I retrim or just pull back?
So, remember on the takeoff we went full power for the takeoff and climb? That's what you do every single time for a climb, so you're going to go full power. Just kind of pull back, set yourself a nice climb angle. And as you do it, if you notice this ball, it's going to keep going to the right side. So why don't you put in a little bit of right rudder? So you do the thing step on the ball to keep that thing in the centre. There's kind of something else to add into the rotation of your scan. There you go, beautiful. Yeah, just push that throttle all the way in. They can go in even more, push it, there you go. So now you're getting full engine power out of this thing. And there you go, you're climbing. Beautiful. Climbing at 500 feet per minute, 1,600 feet. And at 2,000 I want you to do that same level off procedure that we did at 1,300 feet. And then we'll see how the plane is trimmed. Lake Park traffic, Sky 734 Mike Golf from the east side of the lake, 1,700 climbing 2,000 feet. We're heading westbound Lake Apopka.
LewDix
Welcome to the sky.
Welcome to the sky.
You got a whole fan base out here.
Southeastbound level 2,500, about 5 nautical miles.
About 22, yeah, something around that.
Practicing steep turns a bit low.
Nice. So now you want to wait for it to kind of stabilize. Yeah, there you go. I want to give me a 360 degree left turn and come back onto this heading, maintain altitude in it. In a turn, you lose a little bit of the vertical component of lift, so the nose wants to drop a little bit. So to counteract that, you just pull back a little bit in the turn, just as much as it takes to maintain level. And I forget that you've done simulator stuff before, so this is going to be straightforward.
This is still crazy though.
Well, this is it, brother. This is it. This is it. You're doing it. It's pretty sick, right?
It is.
I love sharing this with people. It's so cool. I love doing these flights.
I couldn't imagine doing it with somebody else. I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to reach out. And,
yeah, there you go.
I tagged you in the post, and then I was like, yeah, we'll see.
Let's give it a go. Yeah, no, I'm glad we could do it, man. Is there anything you want to try while we're up here?
Whatever you think.
I don't know. You ever wanted to do a stall?
I can try.
You can try one? Alright, cool. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're not going to do a crazy stall. It's so funny because when I was on that Discovery flight with Lucas, shout out again.
Link at the top of the video.
Link for Lucas at the top. Obviously, done the simulator, so he was performing well. He was performing really well, just like you are. So I told him, I was like, alright, let's raise the standard a little bit and do a stall. And I'm doing the same thing here because it's, you know, some people aren't comfortable enough to do that or aren't controlling the plane well enough to do that, but I think you can handle it. For someone that's not in flight training, what do you think a stall actually is?
It's the lack, it's going so slow that there is no aerodynamic lift.
Okay, it's a reduction in lift. So your nose is too high, you're past the critical angle of attack. How do you think you'd get the lift back?
Nose down to gain airspeed.
There you go. Alright, let's do this. We're going to do that. I'm going to get car P on, do that. Pull this thing nice and smoothly all the way back to idle. And then all I want you to do is, I just want you to hold the nose and maintain altitude. So
all the way to idle?
All the way to idle, yep. And increasingly you're going to have to put more and more back pressure in just to maintain altitude. Because we got no power, so we got no way to maintain the altitude other than pull back. Keep it coming back, you're doing a nice job. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. And at a certain point, it's going to get to the point where the plane doesn't like it anymore, and this is going to start to feel mushy. You're going to hear the stall warning. Keep coming back all the way, and then bring it all the way back to your chest, all the way back, all the way back. So there's the stall warning. Impending stall. Keep it coming back, keep it coming back, keep it coming back. We're going to let this thing stall fully. Pull, 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 pull. All the way back. There you go. It's stalled. So now you just push down, and look how easy that is. So now you can add that power back in.
I can imagine doing that and keeping your heading is hard.
Yes, yes. But, no, not really. Not particularly.
I honestly thought it would, like, feel more gut drop.
Yeah, no, but it's not. But yeah, stalls are really nothing to be scared of. Like, you understand the aerodynamics of what's going on a little bit, but understanding the aerodynamics goes a long way to helping that fear that people have of it as well. You know, understanding what's actually going on.
And you wouldn't do anything to actually put us in danger.
No, of course not. Of course not.
You got a license to maintain.
Yeah, there you go, exactly, man. We're putting this on YouTube, we're not going to do it.
It's been edited.
Yeah. This is not a flight lesson.
But also by my checklist.
Yeah. Speaking of which, got plenty of them in stock. They're all in stock. The best checklist you'll ever use. Link in description. No, seriously though, like, not being stupid though, like, this is the best checklist I've ever made.
Did you work with a graphic designer, or you just made it yourself?
I made it all myself.
Alright, there you go.
I spent so many hours fixing it, fixing the floor, so it's in a floor that works for each plane. And it's colourful, which who doesn't love colour? Hey, you've done a fantastic job today, brother. Seriously.
Thanks for making a birthday dream come true.
Yeah, man.
So 15 years in the sim.
Yeah, there you go. 15 years in the sim has paid off. No, honestly, it really has. Like, you've done a fantastic job maintaining heading, maintaining altitudes. So the main thing Discovery flights are for, really, is to determine whether you actually want to continue doing flight training. How has this been for you then?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, okay. So he's done his job.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Good, perfect. Yeah. We got another one.
Have we been cleared?
Yeah, been cleared a lot. So we're just behind that guy. I don't know if you see that guy on the runway now.
Oh wow, that's tiny.
Yeah. It's got 30 degrees flaps. Wind check.
Wind 120 at 7.
So it's coming from the right
Radar
side.
50 Mike, left whatever, ground point 4.
But I kind of feel it out at the moment. I take my feet off the pedals, hands off the yoke, see what the plane does. The nose isn't really swinging too much, so it's not pushing much at the moment.
And then we'll get you rolling.
But the landing technique is this. You keep the nose down to the runway. This is the biggest thing that students do at first, is always want to pull the nose up and come in like an airliner. We're not an airliner, we keep the nose to the runway. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude, so if I see myself going a little bit too low, I'll add the power a little bit and adjust the pitch as necessary to maintain an airspeed. That's the technique. That's why doing slow flight and stalls is important before actually learning landings, because that's the techniques right there. We got the airspeed we want, we've made the runway, we're just going to keep this thing coming down. And then when you're in ground effect, you want to, the way that I teach is to look at the end of the runway and just hold the nose level towards the end until the plane drops to the runway, and then just pull back a little bit more, and then that's how you do it. You're kind of trying to stall it onto the runway. So just like you were stalling out there in the practice area, I'm going to try and stall this onto the ground. Plane is screaming stall warning there.
Right, arrival will be a citation.
And that's what you want to do.
We're going to shelter.
And the wind
Guys,
wasn't
Mike
pushing
Golf, left one able. If you got off the 6, that'd be great. Ground point 4, you have a good day.
Is this your only one today?
This is the only one, yeah. This is the only one. Like I said, I had another guy that cancelled before you, which was highly annoying, but Lucas, no, I'm just kidding.